Why, it's the Non-Gaming Unicorn. What are you doing here?
Not gaming.
Thank you, Non-Gaming Unicorn. Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how the Baseus basing pads from wargames.bakery.co.uk work. These were available on a Kickstarter, and once all of the Kickstarter stuff has been shipped, they're going to be able to sell them individually and buy the set if you like. And it's pretty much a pad that's in bas relief. And you use it as a template, as a stamp for bases and other terrain pieces. And the materials you can use pretty much any kind of clay. I like to use Magic Sculpt, but for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to be using green stuff because MODOK love green stuff. And with the Magic Sculpt, I'm allergic to it, and if I touch it without wearing rubber gloves, my eye gets all scaly and kind of gnarly. Alright, so let's begin. Let me describe this pad. It's a really hard resin. And on the back they have the, what version is this? This is Sulaco Aftermath. And they have these little rubber stands on the bottom. And they've on a couple of them they've fallen off, so I gotta re-super glue them. It's a minor glitch. Alright, so let's get started. This is Sulaco Aftermath, and it's kind of like a Space Hulk type of design. And I'm gonna base a Terminator Marine for a Space Hulk. And what I've done is I put the green stuff on a Litco wooden base, kind of spread it out as thin as I could, and then we're gonna put it on the pad here. Let's find an interesting. We'll put it here, okay? And then you just, what you might also want to do is kind of test it. I did this already. Test it on one of the sides that don't have a design on it, and see if it sticks too much. And also, they recommend that you wet the pad. I use a sponge here, and just kind of dampen it. You don't really need to, I found, but it's kind of a good idea to do that. It makes the green stuff work pretty well, not be sticky. Okay, so let's. We'll put it here, and then I'll squish it down. Okay, and then you'll pull it up. We'll pull it up right away. See, and then it makes a design here. And it was kind of bumpy, but that's okay because it'll be more whimsical. All right, and then what you can do is I'm gonna put the figure here. And you can do one of two things. You can just, when I use Magic Sculpt, I just stick it in there, and usually it's good enough to stick in. But with the green stuff, what you can do is you can just kind of squish it in there, and then pop it off. And then you have a guide to glue things down. You can use super glue to glue it down later. All right, and that's the Sulaco Aftermath one. And let's do another one. We'll do the one called Silver Falls Junction, and it's kind of like it's got a railroad track and got a sidewalk on the side and some kind of like broken well, and it's got some kind of gear thing down there. But what I want to use it for is I want to make a base for this snazzy motorcycle, which once I paint it, I'll show you guys how I painted it, because it's going to be a special motorcycle. So what I've done is I've taken the liberty of putting the green stuff on a Litco wooden base, and then I'm gonna wet it down a little bit. We'll wet the pad down a little bit. Okay, once again, kind of test it on the side. And then we'll put it maybe about here. So we'll kind of squish it down. Okay, and see, whoops. I kind of made it crooked. Let me redo this. Well, let me just kind of re-squish it. We'll do it like this. Sometimes you can kind of change the position where it is on the base. There you go, and then we have it'll be a cut here, and then it'll have like some kind of grassy dirt area over there. Okay, and then you can always just kind of like move it around on the base. Do different you're not limited to just using one base and one part of the base on your figure. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to put some flocking or some dirt there to kind of cover the cover where it didn't quite meet the edge of the base, and then we'll stick our motorcycle on here, just like so. Okay, and there you go. Okay, and I'm going to do another one. We're going to use the this base pad's called Ruined Imperial Highway, and it looks like some kind of wind sun-blasted dirt thing. So what I'm going to show you kind of a different take on this. So we'll wet it down, and let's see. What we're gonna do. This is a piece of cork that I'm going to kind of use to simulate rock, and I'm going to stick it onto another base, and then we have a rock thing. But I'm going to just kind of show you one thing that you can kind of do with this. All right, so I'm going to just kind of mash it down. I'm not putting it on the base itself. This is another thing that another technique you can kind of do. And then it kind of peels off. See, and then we get the. Well, let's see. Let's do it again. Okay, we'll mash it down, and then it kind of peels up, and there we go. We have a kind of a gnarled looking wind blasted dirt area, and then what we'll do is we'll just put it on top of this, and you can kind of scrunch it around a little bit, maybe stick it on there. Okay, and then you can always play with the green stuff a little bit with with a sculpting tool or any kind of blade. You can use your X-Acto knife, things like that. Okay, and we'll do one more. And this one I think is the most whimsical thing. This one's called Dice of Destiny, and it's kind of it's got dice here embedded in there, and it looks like the dice are coming out of the ground. And I'm going to probably use this as a place to kind of keep dice, keep a die down. All right, so I'm going to re-wet the green stuff, and I guess we'll squish it around here. So we'll make it wet around here. Okay, and check it on the edge. Okay, it doesn't stick. Okay, and then let's move this up in camera a little bit. Okay, and then we'll squish it down. There we go. Okay, and it should pop right up, and there you go. Okay, and we can smooth it out with tools and things like that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna lay my die on there, and you can kind of scrunch it around. And I think this is really a neat product, and I heartily recommend it. There's going to be another one kind of along the similar vein. It was a Kickstarter as well, where it's a stamp that you just kind of you take the base, you roll a ball of green stuff on there, and you take the stamp, and then you kind of squish it down on top, and then it spreads out and makes the design. So that's kind of a neat. That'll be a neat thing. Oh, and another thing that I might do is use a bunch of them, make long trails, so you can do terrain with it. You can do walls. They have a bio Genestealer Carnifex type wall Tyranid thing. It's like the Tyranid biohazard things that are like a living ship, and then those would make really neat walls for Space Hulk. All right, so if you have any comments or suggestions, put it down there. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you don't like it, shut up. Once again, thanks for watching. Bye now.